I'm David Rice here for JTV. Today we're in downtown Grass Lake at the newest and hottest spot before, during, or after the game, Prates Place. Smoked meats, pizza, cold beverages, daily specials, weekly specials, anything you could ever want. It's been awesome getting to know the owners and to see what it's like here at Prates Place and what it's been like so far since they've opened. Let's go inside and talk to the owners, Matt and Carrie Prater. I'm David Rice here for JTV. We're here at the newest spot and the hottest spot in downtown Grass Lake, Prates Place. I'm here with owner Matt Prater. Matt, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Glad you're here.
So first, this has been, you've been open how long now?
10 months.
Okay. And tell us first where the idea came from to start this and how it came to be and where we are now.
The idea originated, Carrie and I had gotten into flipping houses over the last few years, and this place had sat empty for 2 years. It used to be Ryan's Restaurant. It was a breakfast joint, a place that I came to quite a bit. Wonderful breakfast, and sad to see it go. Sat empty for a handful of years, and Carrie and I were looking at it, and a friend of ours said, "Hey, would you be interested in maybe, flipping? We know you flip houses, and would you be interested in possibly flipping Ryan's?" And we were like, "Yeah, that sounds pretty amazing." So took a look, and we were excited about it, but something felt like maybe that was God saying, "Hey, let's do something more with that." So prayed on it. The next day we said, we called our friend who kind of shared the opportunity with us, and we said, I think we're gonna buy it, but it's we're gonna turn it into a restaurant. He said, "Well, I'm out," and so from there we kind of did our own thing, and we did flip it. It took about a year and a half. It was much more than we thought. Took over, like I said, almost a year and a half to kind of transform. We took everything down to the studs. Everything in here is brand new. Literally almost nothing stayed. So did that, and then we were able to open our doors a year and a half after purchasing it and completely gutting it and turning it into what you see today.
What was that process like, making that decision of do we want to do this? Is this something we want to go in for? What was that process like?
That's a great question. For Carrie and I, we have 3 kids in the community that are in each of the schools here. So we have elementary, middle school, high schooler, and it meant a lot to us to have a place to take our kids to enjoy here in town. We felt like the city was kind of missing that family-friendly sports bar. And it was just an opportunity. Once we were like, okay, yeah, we can do this, that really kind of drove Carrie and I to, pushing us over the edge of like, our kids will enjoy it, our kids' friends will enjoy it, the families in the community with kids will enjoy it. So that was kind of the determining factor when we said, the pros and the cons was, all right, we've got a place for our kids to go and other people's kids to go, and a place for the community to come and enjoy a good sports night and a game. So, those were kind of all some of the things that we threw into the bucket and said, all right, let's do this.
So how important for you guys has the community aspect been with it, with Grass Lake obviously being the small town and, making this place where people want to be? How important has that community aspect been for you guys?
I would say it's everything. It's the only thing. We wouldn't have opened a restaurant in our wildest dreams if we weren't, a part of the community, and if we weren't doing everything to help the community and to showcase the community. So yeah, the community, literally, it's on our wall. It's it's every wall you see has kids in our community, it has athletes in our community, our TVs have it. Everything we do starts and ends with the community and what's going on here. When Carrie and I decided to do this, our theme was, all right, what's important to this area and what can we do to kind of highlight the things in the area. We we've been very, very blessed that people are excited about that. We have a new partnership with the high school, not the school, but the high school, but the whole school district with Dr. Angel coming in, Zalid, the athletic director, Craig Vitale. Everybody's really excited to work with us, support us. David Wright, who runs the Warrior Club. And then you get down even into the coaches, Keith Stahl and Roger Cook, and I can name 30 coaches that have brought their teams here just to say, hey, this is cool. Our kids are on your walls, we're on our TVs, and let's bring the kids in. So we've had a lot of fun with the school. We've had a lot of fun with the PTO. So Kristen Murphy, who runs our PTO, she's brought her group in here. We've ran a special nights where we give money back to the PTO. We've ran a special night where we give money back to the Warrior Club. So again, within our 10 months, we're just excited to say we've got partners. People at the school care about us, people in the community care about us, and we're able to do certain things to say, all right, here's our way of giving back to you for all your effort.
Yeah, and that kind of leads me into my next thing. I know having the teams here for their spot too, before or after their game, and really the teams of Grass Lake, that's one of the biggest themes for you guys. Obviously, look at any of the TVs here. You've got the Grass Lake games on, and you've got the Grass Lake photos. How important has that been to highlight the kids and make it feel like it's their place too, and them and their friends and their teammates can all hang out here?
It's incredible to see the evolution. When we first started, people weren't used to it. And we would have, a football game on, we'd have a basketball game on of Grass Lake. And I was like looking around and okay, they're not here yet. They really didn't understand that there was a place like that where they could go have a meal, enjoy a drink, and watch the kids in the community on our TVs. And then it caught on, and you just saw more and more, and then all of a sudden there'd be regulars. Oh, I'm here for the basketball, I'm here for the football, I'm here for this. So now it's like if we put on our TVs, hey, tonight's basketball and boys soccer, it's like you'll have 30, 40 people in to watch those games, and I'll have people say, hey, can you take that Red Wings game off and put the Grass Lake boys soccer on TV? We've got 7 big screens downstairs, we got 1 upstairs, and we always have the local Detroit teams, but then we also have Grass Lake teams, and you'll see more people engage almost with the Grass Lake. So that tells Carrie and I that there's a following now. They know they can come here, get their favorite drink, get their favorite food, and then still watch the kids in the community. And then we even take it down to the youth leagues. We have people sending us videos, sending us photos. So you'll see people come in here and be like, "Oh my God, that's the 12U softball game from last night." And we're replaying it. So we have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, and with the biggest thing really, like we've mentioned before, and during and after the game, this is a spot to come watch, especially if Grass Lake may not be at home or they are home but they also want to support you. That's my biggest thing. During the game, come here, eat a meal and watch the Grass Lake game right from here.
David, I'm glad you brought that up. We're starting to see this trend of before the game. People will pack in, and it's usually people that are going to travel to the game. Let's say we're in Manchester on this Friday.
Yeah.
You'll see people get here at 4, get there, whether they're drinking, whether they're eating, they're going to come here and enjoy time. 6 o'clock, they're out of here. But now we're noticing a 6:30 rolls in, and they are waiting to watch the games. Whether it's volleyball, whether it's any type of sport here in Grass Lake, they're like, okay, what do you got on? And we're seeing it during the game too. We're seeing that, and then obviously, like you said, if it's a local game and they can sneak in here after, we're seeing crowds come in for that as well to celebrate. Or if we don't win, they're still here at least to have a good night meal and or drink.
Yeah, for sure. Switching gears here into the menu, tell us a little bit about the different things you have that you offer on the menu and how the idea of what to have on there came to be.
Well, I would say we're just really blessed to have people come into our lives. When we thought about, we're not restaurant people, so when we thought about opening, it was going to be a shot and a beer. We had a type bar, we had a popcorn machine. Like, we did not know exactly what we were getting into as far as culinary or food. And just some amazing people have come into our life. A gentleman named Brandon started with us as our smoker, and Blake Wyatt, who's a local young man who has a great culinary background. They kind of started us on a certain path. Then Don Wyatt, Spencer, we've got Will currently. We have all these people that have come into our lives, and if you were to try our food, it'll blow your mind how good it's gotten. That has nothing to do with Carrie or I. That's 100% credit to our back of house staff. So what you can get here is we have anything from comfort foods. A lot of people are coming in for like our different type of mac and cheeses. We have some really amazing pizza and pizza style offerings, cheesy breads, but we also have some really great salads. There's missing in bars today is this healthy options. We're doing power bowls now. We're doing, which is a really nice healthy option. We've got these amazing salads, but you can also come in and get nice sliders. You can get tacos. You can get literally anything that you think you can get anywhere else. You can get here. So we're really excited about that. And then we do our weekly specials. So every week we're letting the back of house kind of show off. So every week you can come in and something different, unique. That's kind of our background with food and where it's kind of evolved from.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can order online now too, right?
You can order online. We do takeout. There's several different ways now that you can get our great food.
And before we go here, what are your dates and hours that you're open?
So we're open currently. We're open Tuesday through Sunday, and we open at noon, and we close usually around 9 or 10 o'clock, depending on the day. Sometimes we'll stay open if there's a late game for our Warriors or for the Lions. We'll stay open to make sure that we're here to support those games.
We're here with the other half of the ownership at Prates Place, Carrie Prater. Carrie, thanks for letting us in here today. Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming.
So you're a designer, and we talked about it with Matt too. I love the wood and the aesthetics and everything. Where did that idea come from?
Well, I knew I wanted an industrial feel in here, so you just come in, it's dark and cozy, and so we just kind of started putting things together, we found all this wood online, and this is like flooring somebody gave us. So we just kind of like hodgepodge it together, and that's how I wanted it to feel. I wanted it to feel rustic and cozy. So,
what's it been like these first 10 months since you've been? I gotta imagine as you're adding new things and as you're continuing. Obviously, it's a lot, but it's got to be rewarding and thankful at the same time. What's it been like these first few months?
Owning a restaurant is like a roller coaster ride. So one day it's amazing, and then the next day you're like, oh shoot, we forgot that. But overall, the community has been so amazing that we feel the love. Everybody's so thankful we're here. It's been an adjustment for our family, I think, the most, but everything is positive. We love being here. We love seeing our friends and family. The kids' friends come in every day. So yeah, we're happy to be here.
Where was the idea or thinking about, let's do this. Let's do the restaurant. Let's flip this.
Yeah.
I mentioned with Matt too, this was Ryan's restaurant. And I know all of us from Grass Lake obviously went there for breakfast. I remember going there for breakfast and to what it's been now. But what was that like, making that decision of let's do this, let's go through?
We just talked on the couch one day and thought, you know what, maybe this is for us. So we did it. And once we started tearing down the walls, we realized what we had. I mean, yes, it was a very old building. It needed everything new, but it opened up more than we thought it could, and so it just made it perfect. The ceilings are higher, the walls are out, and so it just evolved, from a flip or possibly selling the building to, I guess this is us and this is what we're gonna do. So
right,
yeah.
Where did the inspiration come from upstairs? And you guys had merchandise upstairs too, and you can have a private gathering upstairs too. Where did the inspiration come from to add on upstairs?
Well, it was an old apartment, and Ryan's restaurant used it as like their office. So it had a tub up there, it had a kitchen up there.
Wow.
Yeah. So as a girl in town, it'd be nice to just have somewhere to shop a little bit, more rather than going to Chelsea or Jackson. So, so that was the initial idea. Is, oh my gosh, let's open this up and make it a store. And then it evolved into like a hangout. So even kids and stuff like to go up there when their parents are down here hanging out. They take their iPads and their phones up there and can relax and lay on the couch. So yeah, it's like a multi-purpose room.
And how important has it been to have the teams come in before or after the game? And even for people who aren't going to the games, come here and watch. How important has that been to have the teams and the kids here?
That's why we did it, you know, because we'd go to soccer or baseball and have, the kids wanted pizza afterwards, and we didn't have a lot of places to go. So yeah, we love the kids. They're plastered all over our walls. We know all of them. Half of them work here. It's just a good feel. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate the partnership and the work that you guys
Yeah.
have done with Grass Lake, and appreciate what you're doing with us and the show and JTV. So thank you guys for letting us come in today.
Yeah, thanks for coming. We appreciate it.